Have you ever been like, dang, I really hate this job. You know what I should do? I should quit it and just do art full time. Well, I did that, and I'm gonna let you know how it went. I gathered up all this information for you, so I'm gonna share it with you today. So I'm gonna be going through my YouTube views and subscriber count throughout the year, my Etsy visits and purchases, and also how many events I did in the year. And then at the very end, I'm gonna talk about exactly how much I made as a beaded jewelry artist. Full time. Woo! You can go to this part of the video if you don't really care about the rundown and you just want to know how much money I made. And then also I have chapters right here as well if you want to use that, because I value your time and I know videos can be long, and this video is gonna be long. Okay, all right, and of course we're gonna start with January. So January was actually a really good month for me, YouTube wise. On YouTube, my views were 10,409 that whole month, which was really good. And for subscribers, I gained 242, which is pretty awesome. And my highest viewed video of that month was my trendy bracelet video, which you can find right here if you want to watch it, and you'll see that that is like my best video I've ever made. So for my Etsy sales, I got 103 views but 0 sales, unfortunately. So I put TikTok on here because I just want to explain that I did have a TikTok account, but I haven't posted on there really in like the last year, because in 2023 I was super consistent with posting like short form content and stuff like that, but man, the type of videos that I was doing, you have to put like a lot of editing into it, so it was just super hard for me. So in that month, I kind of just took a break on the events because of the whole holiday season. I was just tired, and also because of my website launch flopping, that kind of like ripped all the motivation out of me to do anything really that month, so that's why. So I was gonna launch it on January 1st, and I was super excited about it, and then January 1st came along, and it was like complete silence. Nobody bought anything. Nobody said anything about it. It was just like, and it was like that for a few months. Yeah, it didn't go good. So that really played a big part on how much I posted in that month. I just kind of let my YouTube go, my Etsy. I didn't post anything on any of those platforms. So my YouTube views in February went down like crazy. It was at 2,986, and I only gained 86 subs that month. And I did post 2 videos, but they just didn't do very good. For Etsy, my views went down even more. So that 1 month of like depression and not posting anything really did a number on my my analytics for YouTube and Etsy, because my Etsy views were 35. Only 35 that month. So, and of course, no sales. Of course. When it comes to events, I did First Friday, and I also did this little event called Art for the Heart. So for Art for the Heart, I made a total of $127. That's not including cash, because I didn't count cash, unfortunately, which I should have done. And First Friday, I made $481. If you don't know me, my name is Samantha, and I am the owner of Tonight Sam Jewelry, a beaded jewelry business. I sell my jewelry at pop-up shops and also online. If you want to check me out, my link tree is in the description, and it'll take you to all of my social medias, so you don't have to click on it every single little link down there. March YouTube views. It went up. I was at 7,640, but you know, it's not like January's numbers, blah, blah. I did end up posting 1 long form video and 3 short form videos to YouTube that month, and my subs were 142, so still pretty good. For Etsy, my visits were, oh wow, 33. My visits were 33, and of course, 0 sales. Oh, and I do want to just point out that I was working my job from January until the beginning of March, and then I quit like mid-March, just letting you know. I only did 1 pop-up event that month, and that was First Friday. I made $515.50, not including cash. I think I'm just gonna stop saying that right now. April was a horrible month for me. I hated April. My YouTube views were 6,561. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not bad. And my subs were 138, so that's pretty good YouTube wise. I actually posted one long form video to YouTube that month though, and I 5 shorts. I was actually on a roll. For Etsy, my visits actually went up to 160 and still no sales though. So I said I hated April because of the events. So I wanted to add more events to my roster that month. So I decided to do this little like sip and shop, and it was not good. It wasn't run well. There was no advertising. I don't know why. I even talked to the organizer and I was like, hey, so are you planning on like advertising more and maybe moving this to outside so people can actually see it? Because it was in like a little movie theater. And he was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, okay, great. So it was super dead, and the people that did come in, they just went straight to the theaters. They didn't even like really stop by much at our booths. So the first weekend I made 165. The second weekend I made 151. And that third weekend I made 183. And then I also had First Friday. And man, I talk about it a little bit in this video if you want to watch that after this, but oh my gosh, I had a horrible First Friday. It was so windy. So of course I forgot my sandbags, so nothing was weighing down my booth. And so the wind was so bad, it started to lift up my tent and like start shifting it over towards like other booths, and the same thing was happening to other booths as well. It was horrible. So I accepted that loss and I packed up and went home. There was no way I could display anything, because every time that I tried to put like my displays onto my table, it would just blow over, and it was really sucky. So just like January, I was really feeling bad about myself, man. I was like, man, is this gonna work? Was this a bad idea? Just quitting my job like that, and like, you know, because I also was applying to other jobs too at that moment, but I wasn't hearing back from anybody, so I was at an all-time low. But May comes around and my views turned into 7,905 and my subs were 201, so pretty good. And I got 1 long form video posted. Etsy, my views actually went up by a lot. It was at 262 for that month, and I got 5 orders. Wow, isn't that crazy? For 4 months straight, 0, nothing, and then I get 5 orders. And I really needed that because, man, I was, like I said, at an all-time low. So I also did First Friday, and then I did this other event that I don't even remember what it was, so I put NA on my little thingy. For First Friday, I made 706, which was really good, and that was actually my best First Friday yet. And of course, like I said, that does not include cash, so I believe my grand total for that month was maybe around like, I think it was like close to $1,000. For 5 hours, it was really good. I was so happy. And then I did that other event and I made $36. So, hey, I mean, you know, hey, whatever. June. So YouTube, my views were at 6,175. My subs were 112. I made 2 long form videos and 1 short. So I was on a roll that month. And for Etsy, I was at 289 views that month and 2 orders. I was pretty happy about that. Any order is a good order. My events were First Friday, and I made $352. So I think June's First Friday didn't go so well because of the fact it's so hot in Arizona at that time. Like, it is probably at maybe 105 at that time of year. So a lot of people didn't really want to like walk around in super crazy heat surrounded by a bunch of people, you know. I don't blame them. July, my views were at 7,705 and my subs were at 154, which was woohoo. I uploaded 1 long form video and 3 shorts, so I did pretty good that month too. Etsy, my visits were at 407 for the month, which was pretty crazy for me, and 6 orders. I think that was actually the most in the year, looks like. So in July, I decided not to do First Friday because of the heat. I was thinking like, who's gonna go out to First Friday when it's the hottest month of the year? I don't think a lot of people. So I decided for my own sanity too, and also my boyfriend's, which I bring along to all of my First Fridays. I was like, all right, we're gonna stay home. I do not regret that one bit. August, YouTube views were at 7,073 and I gained 131 subs. I did post one long form video and 3 shorts. Etsy, I had 334 visits, which went down a little bit from the previous month, and 4 orders. In my events, I only did First Friday, and that number went back up to 628. September. Views 4,118 and subs 94. So went up. 0 videos and 0 shorts. I don't know what I was thinking in September. I think I was just like kind of tired because of the heat and the summer, because I mean, it really does a lot to you. It really does. Etsy, my views were at 464 that month and 3 orders. Events, I did do First Friday because the weather was starting to cool off a bit. So I made $682 at First Friday. October, YouTube views 1,165. So it dropped a bit. And I only gained 1 sub. So I think the reason why is because I transitioned into making vlogs. I don't like making the long how-to videos. I really don't. So I wanted to mix it up. Maybe people would like my vlogs, and I guess nobody does, unfortunately. So I only got 1 sub. And my views went down like crazy, unfortunately. Etsy though, my views were at 338 and I had 1 order that month, so decent. Events, I did First Friday and it says 500 right here, which I don't think it was just 500. I don't know why I put that there, but November. So this month was actually super exciting for me because I did my first ever convention, anime convention, and it was UwuCon. And I made 991, or whoa, I did not make 900, sorry. I made $291 on the first day, which was Friday. Saturday, I made $559. And then Sunday, I made $486. And then I did this market right here, and I made $501. And I believe based on my memory, because I did vlog that one if you wanna. Oh, and then I also did vlog UwuCon, so check the cards if you want to watch that video after this one, because I promise it's super good. I'm super proud of that. Otaku Hayu Market, I made $501. I think it was $514 in total, and that is including cash. For November, YouTube views were at 4,793. Subs were 74, and I uploaded 3 long form videos and 1 short. For Etsy, my views were 333 and I made 30 orders. No, that's not true. Unfortunately, I don't know what I did, but I was on Square one time and they were like, hey, you have an Etsy shop. Do you want to connect them? And I was like, oh, you know what? Sure. From there on, like whenever I do in-person events, it counts it as like an order on my Etsy. So if you can see right here, it says that I'm at like this number of orders, but in reality, it's not that. I mean, whatever. It makes me look more credible to people on Etsy being like, oh, look, she has a lot of orders. Okay, I'll order from her. I'm just using my advantage. I don't think I'm gonna change it anytime soon. I'll just have to tally up the correct amount of online orders for next year. December, YouTube views 6,016, so it did go up. And my subs were at 109. I made 2 long form videos and 1 short. And for Etsy, my views were at 369 for the month. And for orders, it was at 36. And I did First Friday, which I made 564. And I did this event, if you want to watch that one too, and I made 177. So that event, it wasn't very good. I didn't like that one. I go into detail on exactly why I don't like it in this video if you want to watch that, but don't recommend. All right, here's what you were waiting for. My sales report of 2024. 1 year-ish of me being full-time small business owner. So my gross income for on Square, so that's my main platform, $7,110.75. My net sales, on the other hand, was $6,967.01. 1 cent, that's funny. And of course, like I said, that is not including cash, so I did make more. I kind of think probably around like maybe close to 1,000 more. For my in-person events, a lot of the times people pay with cash. Like it's usually like maybe a 50-50, maybe like a 30-70 split between 30% cash and then of course 70% card. So I'm just gonna say another 1,000. And Etsy, I had 3,127 views on my shop. Woohoo! And I got 24 orders, and my gross sales were $750.89. Amazon. So for Amazon right here, I am a part of the Amazon affiliate program. So basically, if I ever mention like in my how-to videos, any of the materials that I use, I just place a special link in the description and people click that. And if they buy through that link that I provided, then I get a little tiny percentage of that sale. So basically on Amazon, it's free money. If you're trying to start out making like how-to videos, I definitely recommend doing that. So I got 5,191 clicks, which is woo! Crazy. That's so cool actually. And my earnings were $39.71. Hey, I'm not mad about that at all because like I said, it's free money. It's basically free money. YouTubes. For views, my total was 72,546. That is a crazy number to me. If you have been watching my videos for a while, thank you so much. That number is freaky. It's freaky to me. Seeing that, it's like, whoa. And for subs, I gained 1,486. Again, if you're subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like, I actually mean it. All right, so this is a portion of the video where I'm going to talk about what I will do differently in 2025. So number one, 100%, I'm going to keep track of my cash because, man, I don't know how much I made in cash. I really don't. And that kind of irks me. I mean, it irks me a lot because, you know, because I feel like it's just unprofessional and also it's a need. I need to do that. And I wasn't really thinking. So I'm planning on having like a notebook to keep track of my cash or something. If you have any tips on how you keep track of your cash, please let me know in the comments because I desperately need it. Also, I'm going to be posting more on all of my platforms. I'm going to be sucking it up and posting shorts, more long form videos, and of course also Etsy listings. So I didn't really mention this, but throughout those months I definitely slacked on Etsy listings because I think it's just really time consuming waking up in the morning when the sun is perfectly on my marble table and taking pictures that way and then having to edit them the way that I do and post them. I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do that. Also with shorts, I just don't like, I can't be creative when it comes to shorts for some reason. Also, I'm gonna format my videos differently. When I do videos actually like this, I just wing it. I don't really think about like plugging my socials or like my shop name or anything like that. But I really need to do that because I want more engagement. Like I want you to comment more or, you know, follow me on my social medias and stuff. Because this whole point of this YouTube video, me like doing vlogs and stuff like that, is because I want to feel closer to my viewers, you. So literally, like, can you like, I don't know, like comment like, oh, this video was like really cool or this video was bad, you know? It would mean a lot to me. I really would appreciate that. My whole idea of having a YouTube channel is basically making friends. And so if you like my content, please let me know in my DMs or anything on Instagram. Make sure you drop a follow for me as well. All right, so here is the portion of the video where I'm going to talk about my plans for 2025. So I want to do more events and conventions this year, definitely. So I want to go for over 20 this year. I really like doing the anime conventions. I went to, like I said, UwuCon, and that was my first ever convention, and I loved it. It was so much fun. I'm really going to try to get accepted to other ones, though it's hard. There's a lot of events, especially before the summertime. I can really take advantage of this really nice weather. Like, it doesn't get cold, like super cold. It doesn't snow here, so I need to take advantage of that. And also, it never rains, so great outdoor market area. So I potentially want to launch my first Kickstarter this year, and I can't do that until my engagement goes up, which, you know, it's not very good right now. Also, give me ideas on what my first Kickstarter should be, because I'm not sure. I don't know. So in 2025, I want to plan for consignment or wholesale. I want a more of a passive income as well, where I can just have my items at a shop or something nearby, or send them off to a shop somewhere else for wholesale, so that I have multiple streams of income that I can do. I'm saying plan it in 2025 because I feel like actually like doing it and getting it running, I wouldn't really be able to do that this year. I also want to get monetized on YouTube. I'm not monetized yet, unfortunately. I was super excited to get that 1,000 subscribers. And then I saw, oh, sorry, you gotta have a bunch of watch time. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I'm not monetized yet, unfortunately. So that is also a big goal of mine. So at the time I'm recording this video, I'm stuck at this number of subscribers, and I cannot go up. Like, it just won't go up. So a goal of mine is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully I can get more. So if you like this video, maybe you should think about following me. Also, look at this little guy. Look at this little guy I made. This is my microphone. It has a little fuzzy on it, and so, you know, I put a face on it. Isn't it cute? What should I name him? Should I name him something? I don't know. Maybe this will be my little thing. If you have any other questions I didn't answer in this video, definitely let me know in the comments, and then I can go over them in a future video. And also, like I said, if you want to keep tabs on how my business is going, please consider following me on Instagram and subscribing to my channel. Okay, this is going to be the Q&A portion of this video. I went ahead and posted a story on Instagram asking my followers to give me like any questions that they have for me. So I'm going to answer a couple today. All right, the first question I got was, how many hours a day do you make jewelry? So I like to have my work days kind of like the same, like 6 to 8 hours range. So I probably bead maybe around like 3 to 4 hours a day. And then other hours I'm usually spending like planning videos or researching or packing an order if I have one. But I do a bunch of different things in a workday, so usually, yeah, 3 to 4 hours. But right before an event, if you watch my videos, you know that I just do everything last minute. So usually I spend the whole like 6 to 8 hours just grinding before an event, especially First Friday. Second question is, where do you get ideas for your jewelry design? Usually it just pops in my brain. I mean, like, when I first started out, especially with like my bracelets, I was thinking like, dang, I don't want to make stretch bracelets. I hate making stretch bracelets. So I want to make like pretty long lasting bracelets, but I don't want just like kind of just regular schmegular type bracelets, like the charm ones and stuff like that. I kind of want to do something a little bit different than that. And I looked on YouTube for like multiple strand bracelets and stuff like that. And I saw like 3-strand bracelets and I thought that was too much, and then one strand was just too little, so I decided on 2. But I do like to have mine kind of more on the unique side, like straight out of my brain, instead of like kind of basing it off on different people. I don't know, but yeah, usually my brain. But when I kind of first started, or like I started doing like a new design, I was probably looking on like Instagram or Pinterest too. Pinterest is great. Third question: how long does it take to make different pieces of jewelry? So it goes from phone charms is like, I think maybe like 15 to 20 minutes per phone charm. Keychains, 20 to 25. Like my 2-strand bracelets, they take forever. So I'm thinking maybe like 30 to 35 minutes. And stretch bracelets, when I used to do them, they would take me like 20 minutes. But because I kept messing up and the string either broke on me, or I would drop the side of the string and then all my beads would go everywhere, and oh my gosh, it would really make me mad. So I was just like, I'm done with that. For my hair clips, which I forgot about, those are probably around like 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on, sometimes ideas pop up in my brain real quick and sometimes they don't. Like sometimes I make like a piece and I'm like, this is really ugly, so I retry it and just do other, designs. And then earrings take me around 15 minutes as well. So it's all around kind of like the 15-minute to, I almost forgot necklaces. Necklaces, of course, they take me the longest. They take me, I'd say, around 45 minutes to an hour. It takes a while for the necklaces. And also that is including like the designing brain process, like putting the beads on the little board and stuff like that, like I do. But yeah, it's around like the 15-minute to like 45 range, around there. What's your favorite type of aesthetic jewelry to make? I'd say I really like making the gothic pieces because majority of my audience, when it comes to pop-up shops or like when I'm at First Friday at my vendor events, they really, really go for the darker pieces. I used to actually really like that kind of style. Like I would wear it on myself and stuff. But I don't know. I just kind of like changed my style. It just happens. But my personal favorite, like whenever I make them or something, I'm like, oh, this is freaking cute, man. I love this. Probably the coquette style. I like the coquette. Also, thanks for the question. Last but not least, where do you get your charms from? So I have a video on this actually, if you want to watch it right here. But if you don't want to watch it, I'll just summarize it a bit. So usually like my findings I get at like I buy them in bulk, usually like Amazon or something. I'm thinking about like trying to find a different source of that because I mean they can get expensive on Amazon and I'm trying to keep my costs low because this year my costs were really freaking high. Move to like something else. So for my beads and charms, I usually go for AliExpress because they usually have really good prices for bulk, so I would definitely recommend that website. But the only thing is you have to watch out for the materials that you're gonna be working with or like gonna purchase, like what charms, the materials of the charms and stuff like that, you gotta watch out for. I'm actually planning on redoing that video, so I'll go into more detail on what exactly I use and stuff like that. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any like questions for me or anything like that, definitely shoot them in the comments. If you like this video, please think about maybe leaving a like and maybe a subscribe. And if you didn't like this video and have like any constructive criticism, I am all here for it, so let me know in the comments as well. Also, let me know what videos you want to see on my channel as well. Your ideas really help me because sometimes I just get stuck with a bunch of ideas. I never know what my viewers would want to watch, So I hope you have a great day. Bye!